Hi, I'm Grant, creator of CONNECTOME, founder of Parietal Lab, and this is a video in the devlog series. Over the past year, I would pause to record moments in time that I thought were important to share, key milestones, overcoming obstacles, that kind of thing. And in this particular video, I was working through what's called the abyss. This is an interesting room in what is called the blue loop. And it's just me working through Blender, updating models. It may be a little bit long. Promise, it's a little boring. But if you stick around, maybe you'll learn something. So I've chopped it up a little bit because there were some recording issues along the way. Hope you like it.
Hey, I thought it'd be fun to show you what I'm doing. I'm in Blender right now, building the abyss, the chamber abyss. We just emerged from a hallway tunnel into this other space. So you started in the chamber. You enter that also from a small tunnel. Let me just back up. I'm trying to play with scale and create a sense of awe and whoa type of moments by going from constricted to very large spaces. With the 2D shaders that I'm using previously, that's pretty tough because the flat colors at a depth, you lose the sense of scale. So you really have to have elements in the foreground to create that sense of size. It's a little bit easier creating 3D objects because I have some shading and lighting that I can play with, and that's what I've been working on this week. So it's a little bit different style from the other loop in the game. I'm trying to incorporate elements of that flat, full, vibrant color within the 3D space to tie those two approaches together. So anyway, we've gone from a small hallway to a big chamber, back to a sort of winding tunnel, and now moving into a room that has this big pit. So kind of inversing where the scale moment is, whether you're looking up to this big giant space or down into this big hole. And I'm going to switch over to Blender. I'm just going to narrate a little bit what I'm doing here. Let's first jump over to Unity. Here you can see, I'm going to turn off the overlay grid. You look down, and this is like the big hole in the ground. And I'm just playing with simple geometries to be as performant as possible. But I've pulled this lip down right here that you can see. And I'm now going to jump back to Blender and edit this mesh so I can sort of tuck it underneath. You create like a little lip. Those of you who are watching who are Blender pros, please don't give me a hard time. I'm pretty proud of what I'm doing with it, but I'm sure some of you would be like, why are you doing it that way? Whatever, it can be said about anything. I'm using this slicing tool. Should be pretty fast here. Just walking around the inside, cutting these pieces so that I can then turn them under. Whoops. Rotate. Whoop. My center point is off a little bit. You can see it right there. Okay. Now that I have these, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab these edges. I'm going to change from local to global here. That way I can just grab it on a plane and tuck it under. I am going to I'm going to go to wireframe mode. Got a lot going on my screen here. Kind of jumping across different thought processes from editing to shading. That's just the way it works. So anyway, let me change this to top view. And then here I'm in side view. I still need a little bit of perspective to grab these pieces. So I tuck that one under. And I'm just gonna grab and push that one back. And from the top there, you can see what's going on. And really, I'm probably not gonna have to move too many of these because they kind of grab each other. And like, this does not need to be perfect in any way. It's really just trying to make the light feel a little bit better when you're glancing across and a little bit more realistic. So let's jump into shaded mode here, and out of edit mode, deselect. So now that's the point of view of the door right here. Actually, the door is moved, but you know, I think that looks pretty good. It looks the way I want it to anyway. I might pull, let's see. Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be fine. I think this is actually where the door is, the way I have it set up in the game. This is really interesting, isn't it? Yeah, people love seeing this. Okay, so, and ta-da, it recognizes files had changed, and fortunately, I'm referencing the files directly that Blender is exporting. And if you were watching closely, you saw this little lip drop into place. So isn't that wonderful? You know, I am getting a little more efficient as I go here. I mean, I should be. I've been doing this for several months now. So, all right, the next step is testing this with a headset. So, okay, we jumped straight into this hallway. And I did this so that I can see what it feels like to enter into the next room. Okay, here we are in the chamber. And you know what? That little lip made a big difference in here. I may need to increase the resolution of the texture or break the bottom and the top half into separate images. You know, I mentioned that I was using that merged texture map earlier. Overall, I am pretty pleased. What's going to happen next is a interactive object right here in the middle, floating, and then it's going to move down. Oh, I can't wait. That's going to be so much fun. Okay, taking the headset off. Now the question is, does this video come out after the release or before the release? Because I'm teasing some things. We'll see. I don't know. I'll decide later.
Okay, I decided, didn't I? It comes out before. A little bit of a teaser. If you made it this far, that is. That was a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new about CONNECTOME, or about Blender, or about Unity, or about yourself. Until next time, I'm Grant. Bye.